Hello friends, welcome to the video tutorial of ASME section 9. If you want to learn from the beginning, then this video will help you. So, before preparing procedure specifications and performance qualification, knowing about general requirements of ASME section 9 is very important. So, in this video, we will share you many things you would need to know about ASME section 9 with examples. So, what can you expect from this video? You will know about ASME section 9 overview, its general terms, its applications, its part QG, that is general requirements, which is applicable for welding, brazing and plastic fusion process. Now, let's get started with overview. Section 9 contains qualification standard for material joining process. The material joining processes are welding, brazing and plastic fusion process. ASME section 9 also relates to the qualification of procedures employed in welding, brazing and plastic fusion process. Section 9 also relates to the qualification of welders, welding operators, brazers, brazing operators and fusion operators. Now, moving towards general terms. ASME section 9 uses Q as the leading identifier for all the graphs, tables and charts. The Q represents the scope of ASME section 9, which means qualifications. For example, ASME section 8 uses U as the leading identifier, which means for unfired pressure vessels. The words used in code book such as shall, which means mandatory, and shall be, which means recommendation. It's not a mandatory. While moving towards applications, ASME section 9 is applicable for the construction and maintenance of equipment and its components under the rules of ASME boiler and pressure vessel codes, and also ASME B31 codes for pressure pipings. Now, moving towards Part QG, General Requirements. Here we are using 2019 edition of section 9. So, getting started with QG 100, which covers the scope of section 9. Section 9 is divided into 4 parts. Part QG, General Requirements for all the material joining process. Part QW contains requirements for welding. Part QB contains requirement for brazing, and Part QF contains requirement for plastic fusion. Whenever the referencing code is having qualification requirement different than in this section, then the referencing code shall take precedence over the requirement of this section. It means referencing code is given priority. Whenever in procedure specification the term pipe is used, then it is also applicable for tube. The latest edition of section 9 becomes mandatory after the 6 months from the date of issuance. Whenever section 9 is required for use, only latest revision may be used. Also, code case shall be listed in qualification records. Now, starting with code QG 101, it's about procedure specification. Here I am talking about procedure specification. I am not telling that it's a welding procedure specification, because we are restricted, means we are discussing the general requirement. So the word we are using procedure specification. A procedure specification is a written document providing direction to the person applying the material joining process. Means it's a written document providing direction to the person. Here I am using the word person. Person, I am not using the word for welders or any, because right now we are discussing the general part. So it's a procedure specification is a written document providing direction to the person applying the material joining process, and details for the preparation, qualification of procedure specification for welding, brazing and plastic fusion processes are given in their respective parts addressing those sections, and each organization shall qualify the procedure specification for material joining process. I am again repeating the word, each organization shall. The word I am using here is shall. means shall qualify the procedure specification, means it's a compulsory requirement as for the code, it's a mandatory requirement. Also, it shall be available for reference and review at the fabrication site. Means I am repeating the word, it shall be available for reference and review at the fabrication site. Means it should not be like that the procedure specification is kept in the office, it should be available at fabrication site. While preparing the procedure specification by the organization, it shall address essential, non-essential variables applicable for material joining process. Also, whenever the referencing code requires toughness qualification of material joining process, then the applicable supplementary essential variable shall also be addressed in the procedure specification. Now, starting with QG 102 procedure qualification record. During procedure qualification, actual data is recorded, and that recorded data is called procedure qualification record. In the short form, we can call it as PQR, procedure qualification record, and each organization shall certify the PQR by a signature or as per the organization quality control. Here again I am repeating, each organization shall certify the PQR, means it's a mandatory requirement. Also, PQR shall be available for review. Also, the PQR shall cover the minimum essential variables and the results of required tests. Also, whenever the toughness is required, it shall be covered, that is in supplementary essential variables shall be recorded for each process. Procedure specification may be supported by one or more PQR, and another term is one PQR may be used to support one or more procedure specification. This can be illustrated by one of examples. WPS 1911 is supported by one PQR. You can see in the examples. Now, QG 103, it's about performance qualification. Whenever the word comes performance qualification, it's all about the skills of the person using the material joining process, and the purpose of performance qualification is to demonstrate the person's ability to produce a sound joint when using a procedure specifications. Now, getting started with QG 104, that is performance qualification record. Before starting the job, the person is tested using the test coupon as per the qualified specification of the organization. Then the recorded actual data is known as performance qualification record. Also, as per section 9, it shall cover the following documents: the essential variable of process used to produce the test coupon, the ranges of variables qualified as per the required applicable process, the results of required non-destructive examinations, identification of the procedure specification followed during the test. In the end of the performance qualification record, the organization shall state that the performance test was conducted in accordance with requirement of section 9. For example, one of the performance qualification record is shown here. Also, it shall certify the performance qualification record by a signature or as per the organization quality control system. Now, moving towards QG 105, it's about variables. There are three types of variables: essential variable, non-essential variable, and supplementary essential variable. So, getting started with essential variables. Essential variables are those variables that will affect the mechanical properties such as tensile strength, ductility, but not the toughness of the joint. Before using the procedure specification, if its essential variable has been changed and fall outside their qualification range, then the procedure specification must be requalified. As well as procedure qualification record can be changed. So after completing the procedure qualification test, it must be revised. Due to change in essential variable, it also affects the ability of the person to produce a sound joint in terms of performance qualification. Now, Non-essential variables. Non-essential variables are those variables which will not affect the mechanical property of the joint. If it is changed and fall outside of its previous listed range, then only revision of procedure specification is required. No need to requalify it. The applicable essential, supplementary essential, non-essential and special process variables for a specific joining process are given in their respective part addressing that joining process. For example, the variables of GTAW and the details of this variable we will discuss in their particular part. QG 106 Organization Responsibility. The deployed personnel performing the supervisory activities shall be designated by the organization with responsibility for certifying the qualification document. The word I am using here is shall, means it's a mandatory for the organizations. Again, having a satisfactory level of competence as per the organization quality program of the personnel performing that supervisory activities. Also, knowledge of ASME section 9 for qualification of procedures and knowledge of organization quality program, its scope and special natures. Organization keeps the maintained record containing objective evidence of qualifications, trainings or experience. Now starting with QG 106.1 about procedure qualifications. During the procedure qualification, each organization is responsible for conducting the test required by the section 9 to qualify the procedures. Personnel who produce test joint for procedure qualification shall be under full supervision of qualifying organizations during the production of test joints. The skilled personnel for producing test joint for qualification of procedure shall be either direct employee or shall be engaged by means of contract. Procedure qualification under supervision and control of another organization is not permitted. However, it is permitted to subcontract authorized body or any other competent agencies. Now, moving towards 106.2, it's about performance qualification. During the performance qualification, the person who is tested shall be under the full supervision and control of qualifying organization. The performance qualification test shall be performed by either qualified procedure or standard procedure specification, acceptable under the rules of applicable part for the material joining process. Performance qualification test under the supervision of another organization is not permitted. However, it is permitted for subcontract. Performance qualification test may be terminated at any stage if it is not found satisfactory by the authorized inspector. During the procedure qualification, when the test coupon has been tested and found acceptable, then the person who have given the test is qualified for joining process used within the ranges specified for performance qualification for applicable process. Persons who are successfully qualified the performance qualification test shall be assigned with identification number for their work. For example, W1, that is welder number 1. If two or more companies of different name exist under the same corporate ownership, then the personnel qualified under one of these company does not need for requalification for working under the companies of same corporate ownership. For example, under XYZ company, two company exists. One is ABC, another is DEF. So the personnel performance qualification not need to requalify for ABC if they are qualified for DEF. Now, moving towards QG 106.3, that is simultaneous performance qualification. During simultaneous performance qualification test, each participating organization representative shall positively identify the person whose performance is to be tested. Also, verify the markings on the test coupon correspond to the person's identifications. Also, verify the positional orientation. Also, perform the visual examination of each completed test coupons and test specimens to determine its acceptability. Also, prepare and certify a performance qualification record for each qualified person. Now, moving towards QG 107, ownership transfer. When the organization or some part of it is acquired by new owner, then the PQR and performance qualification records remains valid for use by the new owner without requalification, provided that all the following requirements has been met. The new owner takes responsibility for the procedure specification and performance qualification records. The procedure specification identifies the name of new owner prior to use. The original source of PQR, procedure specification and performance qualification records are part of original qualifying organization and remains with the original qualifying organization. Now, moving towards QG 108, qualification made to previous addition. Previous addition qualified procedure and performance qualifications can also be used in any constructions for which latest addition has been specified, providing the requirements of latest addition has been met. For example, 2018 addition qualified procedures can also be used in 2020 if it is meeting the requirements of 2020 edition. For new procedure and performance qualification shall be done in according to latest or current edition of section 9.